On this channel, $1 Million Made Easy, we love to run numbers for you. And I've asked you to comment for if you want me to run some numbers for you. And I apologize. Somebody asked me to run this and I missed it for some reason. I don't always catch all the comments. But he asked me to, if he had $1 million, he said he's age 50, has $1 million, and wants to retire and withdraw $3,000 a month. 3,000, and he wants to have a 2% COLA. So here's the scenario, and we're going to run this for every year beginning in 1924. So he's going to start withdrawing 3,000, and then he's going to increase that by 2% a year. And he wanted to know if his money would last till age 90. Now, as you know from other videos, we recommend not leaving it all in the S&P 500 because of down years, but we would probably recommend a 30%. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I like to have some over in a cash reserve so that when the market's going down, these amounts aren't coming out of your S&P 500 account. It's coming out of the cash reserve so that when the S&P 500 does come back, which it inevitably does, there's more money for it to come back with. Anyway, he wanted me to run these numbers, and I'm just going to do it with leaving it all in the S&P 500. And we're going to look at what would have happened the last 100 years. On this channel, we believe it's not going to be any better or any worse than the last 100 years. So here's the amounts that would be left. For example, in 1924, the numbers are right here. You can follow it down through here. After 10 years of this scenario, withdrawing at this point 43,000 a year, even though it went down a bunch, you'd have 1.567 million left. Again, because he had such good years right through here. We're going to look at 1929 in just a minute, because that's the only one way you run out of money over the red right there, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So in 1924, the returns were like that. After 10 years, you'd have 1.567 and so on. So he wanted to know if it would last 40 years. Well, yeah, you can see it's going up. After 30 years, you're going to have 8.369 million. So no problem withdrawing 3,000. And here's the reason why. He's only withdrawing 3.6%, which is, if you can stay at 4% or below, your money's going to last in almost every scenario, except we're going to look at 1929. 1929 was such a down year or down string of returns for so many years that it just knocked it down. In fact, right here, you were down to 344,000. And by the time you hit this second stretch of down years, you were down to 173,000, and you're taking 46,000 out, you're running out of money. But I just want, out of curiosity's sake, I wonder if it would make any difference if you had some over in a cash reserve account. Let's just see if these numbers change at all. Yeah, and look at that. See the difference putting 30% over in a cash reserve account? So when the market's going down, it's coming out of there. Then your money would be lasting 700. You have 735,000 after 30 years, and it looks like it's only going up. I don't run it for 40 years normally, but this shows you the difference. Having a cash reserve account, you really don't want to leave it all in S&P 500 account. Hopefully these numbers make sense, and hopefully this is the answer. And I apologize for not getting around. I think they asked me to run these numbers way back on February 1st, and I overlooked it. But I love to run numbers for people. And in this case, you can see in every scenario except 1929 and actually 1930, looks like it's running out of money in the red there. Let's just look at a couple more numbers here. Yeah, you're running out of money. How about 1931? Nope, after 30 years. It just seems like that little stretch in there. Let's see these numbers. 1926, no problem. 1927, no problem after 30 years. 1930 or 1929, that's when you're right. 1929, 1930, every other scenario, and that's what this shows right here. After 20 years, you did one time you want to run out of money, and two times after 30 years, and those are 1929 and 1930. But every other scenario, let me just go over here real quick just to show you. This means it's over 10 million, all this down through here. And if you go down through there, I mean, look at all those. You're in the high 9 millions, 8 millions. So you have no problem with this scenario. Why? Because you're taking out less than 4%. So hopefully these numbers make sense. Please consider subscribing. Check out this channel. I've put out many videos that can help you. If you want me to run numbers for you, I'll do that. Just put it in the comment section. Like I said, please subscribe. Please share this with your friends. And please like the video. And thanks a lot for watching.